What's up everyone, I'm CallumOnToast, and in today's video I'm going to be showcasing some insanely spicy battles in the Psychic Cup submitted to the channel by two-time Battle of Spies world champion Robert Digiov, who's going to be bringing back the full Solosis evolution line that helped him win a previous competition. Now, I've actually been grinding the Solosis XL candies during this event so I could run the exact same team, but luckily for me, Rob beat me to it, so for once I actually don't have to sacrifice a ton of elo to make some spicy content. Also, I can't be the only one that noticed that the event bonus that was supposed to grant a greater chance of receiving XL candies from nice, great and excellent throws, that just wasn't turned on during the first few days of the event, so I was hardly getting any XL candies whatsoever. It seems like it has now been switched on, but I haven't seen anyone else talking about it. I haven't seen Niantic support addressing that the issue has been fixed or anything, so it's all very bizarre and, to be honest, very frustrating because I've been out for hours each day and not benefited from the bonuses that were supposed to be there. So very frustrating, but it should be fixed now. So if you are trying to get XL candies for something like Inkay for an Ultra League Malamar, for example, then definitely go out there and try to grind whilst you can. But anyways, with that being said, let's just get into the question of the day. What is your favorite Psychic evolution line? Let me know in the comment section down below, and with that being said, let's get into the battles now. Let's go into the first battle, Duosion into Malamar. Now, the thing that's unique about these Pokemon is that they've got hidden power, and hidden power, whilst it's not a very good move, when it's hitting for double super effective damage like this bug hidden power on Duosion, it's absolutely going to shred through that Malamar. We're now going to fire off the Nightshade here. Nightshade did get a huge buff this season, and it does massive damage. We get the snipe with Reuniclus running hidden power Dark. Now they're going to come back in with the Malamar. They can make it to a charge move here. We're actually going to shield this as the opponent goes for the foul play. We can now go for a full farm down, and of course they've still got two shields in play, but they come in with a Shadow Hypno, and this is looking pretty good for us. We can fire off the Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball is going to grab a shield from the Shadow Hypno, and the opponent is only going to make it to an Elemental Punch, so we might be able to live this. And Thunder Punch doesn't take us out there. We're now going to swap back into Duosion, basically just forcing the opponent to throw their energy, and you can see Solosis has hidden power Grass. This isn't really good for the Psychic Cup. Obviously you can hit for super effective up against, say, the regular Slowbro, Slowking, Claydol, which might be a little bit more common, but we still get the farm down and we're able to take that game. Now, Solosis, it does require a lot of XL candies to power up, so I think this was already built before the Psychic Cup, so they're just using it anyways. I'm sure they would have preferred to run like Hidden Power Ghost, but either way, stuck with Hidden Power Grass, and the opponent's going to swap into a Celebi and hitting for double super effective damage. Once again, huge damage there. We're just going to shield this up, go for a full Hidden Power farm down, and we will come up with even a Thunder loaded. Now, we've got Thunder on all three Pokemon. I don't think there's any reason to throw Thunder in any of these battles. Nightshade at worst is going to be, well, I suppose it'll be resisted by like a Giraffe Rig or Oranguru or something, but either way, we're going to no shield as the opponent goes for V-Create. We can come in with our Reuniclus here, and Reuniclus is definitely the bulkiest of this trio. I think Solosis has like 153 attack, Duosion might be like in the high 140s, and then Reuniclus is like just below 130 in attack, but either way, the opponent's going to be running a triple mythical team, which is very cool to see. Unfortunately for them though, it's not very good as we go for the Shadow Ball. We get the KO up against Jirachi, and we're able to take that game. Into next battle, seeing another Malamar in the lead. So once again, these hidden powers are going to absolutely shred through the Malamar. The opponent throws on very poor timing, so we can just shield this up, and we should be able to go for a full farm down, although the opponent once again will be swapping out of this matchup. So gonna fire off the Nightshade straight away. This time the opponent does use a shield there. We're gonna swap into Solosis just because all of our fast moves are going to be neutral in this situation, so might as well save our Reuniclus for a Pokemon that might take super effective damage from the Dark typing. So at this point, I'm going to come back in with the Reuniclus this time around, and unfortunately not dealing that much damage since these hidden powers are just neutral, but going to shield anyways. The opponent goes for the high horsepower once again. Can we go for the full farm down? It looks like we're just barely not able to do so, but this is just going to be a body slam, so it doesn't do that much damage there, and we're able to go for a full farm down. Now they come in with the Claydol. We're firing off the Shadow Ball straight away, and then we should be swapping out of this matchup. We're going to swap back into Duosion. The opponent is going to swap back into Malamar, but unfortunately they live with like 2 HP, and they do farm us down there. If we got that farm down, we would have come out with the Nightshade loaded, although actually I'm not certain if that would have got the KO. Up against most things, Nightshade probably going to deal pretty much all of the health, but unfortunately up against a Claydol, Claydol is pretty bulky, so I think even if we did get that farm down, I think we would have lost anyways. But into the next battle, we're going to see a Bronzong in the lead here. Bit unfortunate because they are dealing super effective damage with those feint attacks. We're going to swap into our Reuniclus now, and we are definitely going to shield this. The opponent's going to bait with a Heavy Slam, which is unfortunate, but honestly, Heavy Slam probably puts us into farm down range anyways. At this point, yeah, we kind of have to double shield here. We will be able to go for a Hidden Power farm down. Is the opponent going to stay in this matchup? No, they're going to swap into a Alolan Raichu, and we are able to make it to a Shadow Ball, also throwing on pretty good timing as well. So Shadow Ball is going to grab the shield from the opponent. The opponent commits to a farm down and allows us to make it to a second Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball will certainly get the one shot up against the Raichu. They come in with Rapidash, and we're forced to swap out here. Unfortunately, they will outpace us to the charge move. This isn't looking very good for us, but the opponent goes for a Body Slam bait for whatever reason. I don't understand it, but now we can just fire off the Nightshade. Nightshade gets the KO. They do actually farm us down with the Bronzong. It's not over yet. Are they at a charge move already? We're going to come in with Reuniclus. They farm us down as well, but we can come in with Duosion, get the Hidden Power farm down, and we're able to take that game. Into the next battle, another Malamar in the lead. And by the way, I should mention, like, this is a really bad team. I think they mentioned that they won like maybe 10 battles across 2 days. Like, that's how rough this team is. So a lot of the wins will be up against like a Malamar in the lead. You need alignment with this team here, but either way, gonna fire off the Nightshade. Nightshade grabs a shield up against the Claydol, and now we're gonna come in with our Solosis just because we can hit for super effective damage here with the Grass Hidden Power. We're actually gonna shield this as they go for Scorching Sands, and now we're gonna overfarm massively, throw the Nightshade on the CMP tie. So I really like this play here as it kind of forces the opponent to throw the energy instead of maybe committing a shield and fully farming us down. Now they're gonna come in with a Galarian Slowbro. Honestly, not very ideal for us. We should be able to live a Brutal Swing though on our Reuniclus though, so of course got no shields remaining. We have to let it go through. It's actually a Sludge Bomb instead. The opponent swaps into Malamar. We get the farm down here. Can we make it to the Nightshade in time? It's going to be close, but unfortunately Duosion doesn't get there. Super unfortunate there, as now we can fire off the Shadow Ball, but they've still got a shield remaining. They can fire off the Charge Move here, and of course anything they throw from this range will be taken out Reuniclus, and unfortunately we do lose that game. But into the next battle, we're going to see Shadow Mewtwo in the lead, so very spicy from the opponent here, and you can see these hidden powers are absolutely shredding through this thing. Gonna, of course, shield this up. They go for Side Strike. We can go for the full farm down there, coming out with a Nightshade loaded, and the opponent's going to come in with a Hypno. So obviously, not the most optimal team for the Psychic Cup on the opponent's end, but definitely we're going to take it as we land the Nightshade, dealing huge damage. We can swap into Reuniclus. Is this a Shadow Ball here? Nope, just a Thunder Punch. Doesn't do much damage. We get the farm down, and they've got Malamar in the back. So honestly, this game is absolutely over here. All we have to do is save our shields for our Duosion, and we should be fine. Although if the opponent does massively overfarm here, like they're doing, then we might be in a slight bit of trouble here. But either way, they're going to go for Foul Play. I think we come in with Solosis and just force them to throw their energy. Nope, never mind. Okay, this is also good here. Basically, just forcing them to throw their energy, and we should be fine. We've still got a shield. There's no way they're making it to 2 more Foul Plays in this matchup. We go for the Hidden Power farm down, and we're able to take that game. So going into the next battle, we can see Duosion into Galarian Rapidash. So again, another matchup where unfortunately Hidden Power going to hit for neutral damage, so we might as well just swap into Solosis here because we're also hitting for neutral damage, and the opponent's going to go for a Body Slam bait there. Unfortunately, they do outpace us to the next charge. You can see Hidden Power doesn't do much damage. It also doesn't generate energy very fast. Hidden Power definitely could do with a buff. But anyways, gonna fire off the Nightshade, get the KO up against the Rapidash, and they come in with a Xatu, which is not ideal for us. We're gonna come in with the Reuniclus here, and of course we're gonna have to shield this up, but we might be able to fully take them out here with the fast move damage. Of course they're running Feint Attack, which is also super effective, but we do get the farm down there, and they've got Hooper in the back, so unfortunately we've just not got enough HP. If we had Hidden Power Ghost, maybe we could win this game, or Hidden Power Dark on our Solosis, but unfortunately Bug gonna hit for neutral damage. They can make it to a Shadow Ball or a Psychic. Either way, it will get the KO. They go for Psychic there just for the sake of it, and unfortunately we do lose that game. But into the next battle, we're going to see Galarian Rapidash once again. So once again, going to swap into our Solosis here, and the opponent is this time going to overfarm a little bit. We're still going to no shield anyways, just because Solosis a little bit useless up against pretty much everything else in the meta with that Hidden Power Grass. So at this point we will shield though. We've got a lot of energy here. We have dealt a lot of damage as well, and we're going to overfarm as much as we can before the opponent makes it to the next charge move. Nightshade grabs the shield there. I don't think they can farm us down, so instead they are going to throw a charge move. Once again, Body Slam will be taking us out, but that's absolutely okay. They have overfarmed a little bit here, so we're going to come in with our Duosion, maybe trying to get the snipe there with the hidden power damage, but unfortunately they do make it to yet another body slam. They're now going to come in with Malamar though, and we are dealing huge damage here. They're already at a charge move, so I think they are running Psycho Cut. I didn't realize that at the time, but they go for foul play. Doesn't really matter, as we can still go for the farm down, but they come in with Gallade now. This is a little bit tricky here. We go for Nightshade. Nightshade is going to grab a shield, and then we swap. We make a catch onto Reuniclus. Perfect play. Leaf Blade, not going to be enough damage to get the KO, although unfortunately a second Leaf Blade will put us into farm down range, which definitely is not ideal, although the opponent only gets one extra Psycho Cut in, so that is actually okay. We can now just fire off the Nightshade. Nightshade, of course, will take out the Gallade. One more hidden power, takes out the Malamar, and we're able to take that game. Into next battle, we can see Duosion into Malamar once again. So once again, this Malamar going to get absolutely shredded, and the opponent is having none of it. They just concede the match instantly. I don't really understand what happened there, but either way, we're going to take the win. Into next battle, we can see Alolan Raichu in the lead. So this is fine with us. We are possibly, well, depends actually. If they go for a wild charge here, we'll definitely get a full farm down, but they go for the grass knot. We're going to swap into Reuniclus, hoping for the snipe, but unfortunately they live with 1 HP and a dream. We have to just no shield this. They go for Trailblaze there, but they come in with Malamar and they get the perfect farm down, and this game is looking pretty much done and dusted. Not a lot we can do at this point unless the opponent has something else incredibly weak to the either the grass typing or the bug typing, but I just don't see us winning this game. They come in with Rapidash. We need them to no shield this, and they're just not going to do that. So we go for the charge move. We're going to swap into Solosis. We need them to overfarm as well and allow us to make it to a Nightshade or bait with a body slam. Either way would be fine, but unfortunately they go for the Mega Horn, and there's just nothing we can do at this point. So we're just going to let them farm us down, and unfortunately we do lose that game. But into next battle, we can see Cresselia in the lead, so this is fine with us, of course. Cresselia going to hit for neutral damage with the Grass Knot or the Moonblast. We're going to no-shield the first move as they go for the Grass Knot there. Then they swap into Starmie, which is very spicy in this Cup. We go for Nightshade, that gets the full one-shot there. That's why you don't use Starmie in the Circuit Cup. Honestly, I have no idea what his stats are, but obviously we hit incredibly hard with Nightshade there. We are now going to come in with our Reuniclus, once again going to no-shield up against the Cresselia, firing off the Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball is going to grab a shield from Cresselia, and at this point, are we going to shield this? We are going to shield. I think we should be able to go for the full farm down before they make it to the next charge move. Nope, I am wrong. Never mind. Ignore what I just said there. We're going to double shield now, though, as we do have a lot of energy. Going to make it to a Shadow Ball, but they've got a Psywave Mr. Mime in the back, and that is not really ideal for us. They're going to be pretty fast to make it to charge moves. We do actually swap here and force them to throw the energy, though. They go for the Shadow Ball. Can we actually make it to a charge move on our Solosis here? It's going to be very close. I just don't think we're going to get there in time. But let's see, can we get there in time? And the opponent, I think they were already at the Shadow Ball there, but for whatever reason, they overfarm. We get to the Nightshade, we get the KO, and we can just fast move, farm down Cresselia to take that game. Into next battle, we can see another Shadow Mewtwo in the lead, so you love to see it here. Obviously, when we've got Hidden Power, Bug, we're going to absolutely shred through this thing. We've seen already, they're just going for Side Strike. That actually doesn't quite take us out there, but we're not even able to swap out in time, so a bit unfortunate. You can see even a resisted Side Strike pretty much one-shots the Duosion there. That's how glassy these Pokemon are, and Solosis is even more attack-weighted than Duosion. But either way, we get the full Hidden Power farm down. They're going to come in with a Shadow Gallade this time around, and again, we are able to make a swap and catch the charge move, but we kind of need to shield this. Unfortunately, Leaf Blade's going to do so much damage here from a Shadow Gallade. And yeah, let's see. They are going to go for another Leaf Blade. Leaf Blade actually gets the one shot there. That's insane damage. We can now come in with Reuniclus, but it's game over. Leaf Blade takes out Reuniclus, and unfortunately, we do lose that game. But into the next battle, we can see Gothitelle in the lead. So we are going to see that they're running Charm as the fast move, so dealing a lot of damage here. We will make it to a Nightshade and then possibly swap out of this matchup just to not allow them to farm us down, and we do exactly that. So we swap into our Reuniclus, and the opponent is going to fire off a charge move. Charm, very slow to generate energy, so hopefully they do only make it to one charge move, but they're going to come in with a Malamar. So obviously not ideal, but we did preserve a little bit of health on our Duosion. We go for the Shadow Ball there, and that is actually great for us, as that puts them into farm down range range for our Duosion. So they did overfarm here, but it's not really going to matter. Foul play takes us out, but they're in range where one hidden power should hopefully get the KO, and it does get the KO there, which is very nice. We're now going to come in with Solosis, and they've got a Metal Sound Bronzong, which is actually really good for us because if they're running Feint Attack, I'm sure they would just farm us down before we make it to back-to-back Nightshades. But now the opponent tries to swap and snipe with the Gothitelle, and they're unsuccessful there, as now we can make it to back-to-back Nightshades. First one will be coming through, grabs the final shield from the opponent. Nightshade number 2 hopefully will be enough damage to actually not quite take out the Bronzong there, but we're still able to resist it. Hidden power, farming down to take that game. So going into the next battle, you can see Galarian Rapidash in the lead once again. So once again, just going to say swap into our Solosis here, just because we've got neutral fast move pressure all round, so might as well swap into Solosis. The opponent's going to come in with their Galarian Slowking. We go for Nightshade, dealing huge damage there, and I definitely just let the Solosis go down at this point. They go for Surf, Surf gets the KO, but that's absolutely okay. Unfortunately, if we did have even a neutral fast move up against that Slowking, we might have flipped that matchup, but unfortunately, we didn't. So anyways, they come back in with the Rapidash, they fire off the Body Slam, we're going to come in with Reuniclus, and unfortunately this is where just not having Hidden Power Ghost is really costly, because we just can't deal that much damage up against Galarian Rapidash, and Rapidash, a pretty common Pokemon in this meta. But either way, going to shield up as the opponent goes for a Grass Knot there. We're now going to fire off the Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball will be grabbing a shield from the opponent. But at this point, I think we have to just commit to a full fast move beat down here as they go for a Thunder Punch. Thunder Punch gets the KO. Can we get the farm down? We can get the farm down there, but unfortunately Rapidash is way too healthy. We can fire off the Charge Move and hope that they no shield, but Nightshade gets shielded, and unfortunately we do lose that game. But into the next battle, Malamar in the lead once again. So great lead, you love to see it. You love to see this absolutely chunking the health on that Malamar. We're definitely going to shield this, and we should be able to go for a full Hidden Power farm down before they reach a second foul play there, which is amazing. They're now going to come in with the Galarian Slowbro. We can farm up to back-to-back Nightshades here. Actually, are we quite at back-to-back yet? We go for the first one. I don't think we were, otherwise we probably would have just thrown it straight away. But we can live a Brutal Swing on Reuniclus, so gonna no shield. Brutal Swing does some decent damage there. But we kind of have to no shield that because the rest of our team is very glassy, but never mind, we're actually going to shield anyways. Go for the Shadow Ball here. Shadow Ball should be enough damage to get the KO, and remember, we are very close to another charge move on our Duosion, but they come in with a Feint Attack Bronzong this time around. So we come in with Solosis, and we somehow need to try and make a snipe here, and maybe catch a charge move at the same time, but it's just not going to happen here. Nightshade does grab the final shield, but they do come out with a charge move loaded, and it doesn't matter what they throw here. Anything they throw, I guess maybe Side Shot wouldn't take us out there, but it pretty much take us out. So either way, we go down to the Bronzong, and unfortunately we do lose that game. But into the next battle, similar story here as we're seeing Malamar in the lead once again. Once again, just going to play it safe, use our shield, go for the Hidden Power farm down, and the opponent is going to stay in here. Probably just have no clue what that fast move is, so they don't really want to swap out just in case it does hit the entire team for big damage like they're seeing up against the Malamar. Now the opponent is going to massively overfarm here, allowing us to make it to another Nightshade, but they're going to go for a huge quick attack farm down. Now this is very scary. Going to come in with our Solosis. We're actually just going to fully sacrifice it here as the opponent goes for the overheat there, dropping their attack, which is actually a lot more beneficial, but then they swap out into their Galarian Rapidash. Now of course this is just going to be a Body Slam, so going to no shield. Nope, never mind, it's the Wild Charge, and unfortunately there's so much damage here. And I think this game is now over. We can go for the Shadow Ball, get the KO there, but unfortunately, they've got a lot of energy essentially. They go for the V-Create, we don't quite get the fast move farm down there. They make it to another V-Create already. V-Create takes us out, and unfortunately, we do lose that game. But into the next battle, another Malamar in the lead, so we are just going to stay in this matchup here as the opponent once again going to fire off the charge move. It doesn't matter when they throw, I think we're always going to get that Hidden Power farm down. So once again committing to the full farm down, and let's see what they come in with. They're going to come in with a Behemoth here running Astonish, so I think this is the first Astonish user we've seen in the video. Unfortunately, Astonish is going to do big damage up against our team, but we come in with our Hidden Power Dark Reuniclus. Going to shut up the Dark Pulse here, and can we commit to a full farm down? We are just barely not going to get there in time. Literally 1 HP and a dream for that Behemoth once again. Dark Pulse gets the KO. but we can come in with our Solosis here. Solosis is going to be met with a defense from Deoxys, and this is definitely not a Pokemon you want to run in the Psychic Cup. Like, I don't care if it's like one of the only 3 Psychic Pokemon you have built, don't use it, just don't play the Psychic Cup essentially. But we swap back into our Duosion makes it to the Nightshade, but we bank the Nightshade on our Solosis. Nightshade gets the KO, and the opponent didn't attack in time, and we're able to snipe them with the Hidden Power before an Astonish registers, and we're able to take that game. Now going into the final battle of this video, once again leading into Malamar, and the opponent's going to safe swap into a Confusion Jirachi. So the previous one was running Charge Beam, which is slightly better for this meta. And we are going to go for the snipe there, as once again they just don't respect the damage from that Nightshade. At this point, are we going to shield this? I think, yeah, it's a bit risky there. We actually live that, and we can make it to the Shadow Ball, which is very nice. Shadow Ball, of course, will be getting the KO. Oh, never mind, they're actually going to shield that. I didn't expect that, but either way, we can come in with the the Duosion, go for the full farm down, and they've got Girafarig in the back, so things are looking pretty good here. All we have to do is probably shield this up and swap into our Solosis and go for a full fast move farm down, as it looks like the opponent is running double kick as the fast move. Definitely not the preferred moveset for this meta. They full send the return just for the sake of it, but unfortunately for them, we're able to take them out with the Hidden Powers and take that game. So that's going to be it for today's video. If you did enjoy it, please make sure you leave a like, leave a comment letting me know, and as well, don't forget to respond to the question of the day if you haven't done so already. And if you want to see more content like this in the future, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications. That way you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. And if you want to take your support even further, you can now become a channel member with perks including early access to new videos, shoutouts at the end of each video, custom loyalty badges, and custom emojis to use in the comments. I want to say a massive thank you to everyone that has already become a channel member. Your support is greatly appreciated, and with that being said, thank you all so much for watching today's video, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.